football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. On first down, Farrell. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. At the 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Farrell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Franks now. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Chauncey Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. And it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, Farrell. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
46, boys, 46. 46 to mark. Hey, check by 46. Check by 46. Hey, let's get that ball.
Looking to throw. Scott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Scott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. He gets it to Thomas. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Franks looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Scott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw. Scott. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Rosas' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. They find some open field here. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 17-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
1st down, Washington.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A give to Gibson running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a give to Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. It's Franks now from the shotgun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Breida. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Farrell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. This brings up 2nd and 9.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Deron Payne gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Franks. And this is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. He's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. On first down, Farrell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a give right side. Farrell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 8-yard line.
Hey, Smash! I got 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers! You're all mine! You're all mine, baby! Get this! You're all mine! 31's the mic! I got one! I got one! I got one! On the ball!
From the gun, Scott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
31's the mic. I'm here all day. No street. 31's the mic. Check, 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 check. 31's the mic. Don't take off.
Looking to throw. Scott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Throwing again, Franks on 2nd and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Franks. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll run. It's Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Gibson again.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
31's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Scott on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 18-yard line.
To throw is Scott. To throw on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
31's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Scott now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Franks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2nd down, Franks.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Franks
looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
The kick is good.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Check.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
At the 43-yard line.
Watch the pass. 60 Mavericks, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with this Washington 27, Lions 3.
Watch left. He's tough. Hurt. 4 down. 31's the mic. Come back team. 31's the mic. Watch the screen. 31's the mic. It's going to be a long...
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's bring it. 31's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 31's the mic.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
31's the mic.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Ring alert. 31's the mic. Hey, defense. Trap 60. 31's the mic.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
31's the mic.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
26 mic. 18, Pioneer. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Go.
Tighten up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. 31's the Mike.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Looking to throw. Scott got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Scott. This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
1st down, Washington.
A carry for Gibson. Broken tackle. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Lions 11.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
26 Mike. 26. Watch the slide. 26 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Silver, silver.
Off the play fake. Scott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
26 Mike. Watch 19. Watch the slant. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I got one. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Scott throwing on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Scott. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Off play action. Scott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Alan Lazard there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
26 Mike. I'm trying to collect. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. You left 19 Lions. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Over 19.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now first downs are key. They want to get 2 scores as they try to chip round in 1 week's time. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Washington on third down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Franks slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Off the play fake. Scott trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Scott. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. So that one will be accepted. The Lions on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Scott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Scott on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Scott throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Scott on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Looking to throw. Scott toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
31's the mic.
Back to throw. Scott. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Gibson again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.